you guys used to play Fortnite and you stopped playing it because, you know, you build like your little, okay, all right, you son of a bitch, you come over here. And then over there, he's building the Eiffel fucking Tower. And you feel like a clown and you lose. And so you just lose interest in playing the game. I think that's what's happened with a lot of online games because everybody's wanting to make a name for themselves. You know, like for a lot of people out there, it's, I wouldn't say, you know, kind of, it is. It's a job for them, right? They're doing this as a career.
Exactly.
So they want to be as competitive and as good at this game as possible. And I think the reality of that is that there's so many people out there that it really makes it hard for an average player to have fun playing one of these games when metas and skill caps evolve so fast that you have to maintain a certain degree of consistency playing it, or you're probably not going to have a good time because you're going to get skill gapped or power crept, depending on what the game is. And in fact, in some of them, it's actually both. And so what's happened is that I've kind of realized this cycle of futility, and I've realized that, like, why am I trying to keep up with this to, like, maintain the same amount of effort and time when, you know, again, why wouldn't I want to have my cake and eat it too, right? Why would I want to invest a huge amount of time into something like this that I'm not really enjoying? And I feel like another thing is daily rewards or weekly rewards.
Hate 'em.
A lot of these online video games, they have like a reward structure that is very front-loaded, which means that you're getting 80% of the rewards in like 5% of the time, and then you spend the other 95% of the time getting the remaining 20% of the rewards. So they're designed for you not to play a lot and to basically stay on this treadmill and move at the pace that they've set for you. And I also find this to be very fatiguing as well, because there's some days I don't really want to play at all, and other days where days where I want to play maybe 6 hours, 8 hours, and I feel like that time and effort isn't rewarded in a proportional level, and it feels like my time is being disrespected. And I think that's really a fundamental concern that I have too, is that I think a lot of these online games are built with systems that are cynically designed to waste your time in the most, you know, like subversive way possible. And I see this happen a lot. And this is also, this is the worst thing, is that, oh, wow, you don't like grinding? Oh, you're not a fan of that? You don't have time?
Why are you playing these kind of games?
Well, guess what? We have the solution for that. We've created the problem, and now you're going to pay us to solve it. So there's like these pay for convenience, pay for, you know, power systems. So it's like, oh, well, I can't keep up all the time and I can't play all the time, so I'm going to spend money on the game. And I think that some people have rationalized this into becoming normal. I don't think that it's normal at all. Who decided that you have to pay money to advance in a video game? Like, who just...
I think the arcades. And then we had a period of time where they didn't have the ability. And then with the internet, then all of a sudden that's come back in. Now, that's where, again, like I also would say, like, while I'm enjoying New World and I play online video games, I have also been gravitating more and more towards a different style of game, like No Rest for the Wicked. If you guys haven't seen that, I think it's incredible. They're working on having their multiplayer aspect, but these, in a way, complete games where live service also is, because of its nature, and this goes all the way back into the economics of it. In order to make a live service game launched now, like, you need to have 5 years of content in it on day one, or that people are going to come and play, and then they're just going to go back to whatever they were playing, or they're going to wait for the next thing. And so there's been this like locust style effect. And I think overall, especially when we look at last year and this year, especially when we look at like kind of the Gamergate pushback, we're not seeing live service games really even draw in that audience, because I think that audience, for those who are looking for those kind of games, have already been captured. Minecraft, for example, is still massive. The studies coming out showing that most of the game that time people play, 67% of game time, is on games that are 6+ years old. These live service games from a long time ago, where we don't have that. We don't see that currently going on as well. And so to launch as a new game, you have to bring so much quality content, completionist. That's where I'm really interested to see what happens with Star Citizen. They are really making that investment, but it's going to act as a barometer when 1.0 eventually does come out.